The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Same.
So, you were saying?
So where are we?
Well, I believe you are just outside the rear entrance to the palace. It will be comp line on the
14th of Gildam of Shroud.
Sure. Gildam, 14th of Shroud.
Have you noticed that a lot of these things are happening in Lovencloud?
So who wants to start?
Might as well.
Go ahead.
How do you mean?
The 14-year-old girl that he's accused of murdering is from Lovencloud.
Okay.
And just a lot of things that we've been going to have been in incidents have been in Lovencloud. Also, I had a thought while I was in there just listening to him. When I was checking for tracks at the body, I only found guardsmen and peasants, didn't I?
You found tracks that would be conformed to a standard issue guardsman's boot, which would be a leather boot of armor rating, and you found tracks that would be consistent with birchbark sandals that peasants are known to wear. Historical accuracy, Internet.
What? What if the guardsman that's missing, he was onto something? Because if you remember, Steve Dave, his brother-in-law, is a guard at the warehouses. What's the chances that those warehouses are owned by that?
The nobles that they got murdered.
Yes. And
Could be possible.
And what if, I don't know how old this, you never saw Steve Dave, what if he perpetrated the murders 50 years ago? I'm just...
Well, a guard still in service that would have been in
No,
service.
he's not a guardsman, he's a guard of a warehouse.
I don't think he could stay.
How old was the sister when we went and visited her?
You didn't ask, so you don't.
That's
know.
why I don't know.
No, but I mean, how old did she appear? Because we would have talked to her and seen her.
Well, if I remember at the time, I described her as being averagely middle-aged looking.
But that doesn't mean that her suitor wasn't older.
As is typical in medieval societies.
I don't think that someone could
Furthermore, it also doesn't mean her brother was not older
to stay.
or younger.
You're working for over 50 years and not attracted to some attention, especially if what we think in that the ritual makes them younger again. Certainly, people would notice.
But what if the ritual doesn't make you younger? We're only assuming that's what the ritual's for.
Well, you think it just extends out a lifespan that instead of aging a year.
Who goes there? A lantern, a shuttered lantern beam illuminates you three as you're standing there talking in the night.
I am Suleiman of Plangosha.
What are you doing in there? Outside the palace at this time of night.
We just left the cells. We were given permission to go and speak to one of the prisoners.
Oh, prisoners, eh? Well, you better clear off from around here unless you want to become prisoners yourselves. Come on then, you're just loitering.
Very well.
We'll head back to the inn.
Meanwhile, at the inn, you're feeling a lot better, having vomited all the poisons out and eaten charcoal or whatever you want to have done. So you are restored. Any hit points you had that were missing would have been restored during this time off. please short yourself 3 bacon strips if you have any bacon.
I don't have any bacon strip.
And then you don't need to worry about it. That's right, I'm supposed to be eating all your food. So you guys arrive back at said inn. There is a guardsman standing in the inn. There is no one tending bar and no one in attendance at the inn, unless you're in the common room. The guardsman brightens up when he sees you.
Sapphira, Paladin of Tor, at your service. How can I help?
I've been sent to tell you that the charges against your party have been dropped as the investigation is closed.
Oh, thank you. You may return to wherever you came from, I suppose.
Oh, thanks. And he leaves.
That was a word, Sapphira.
No, guards expect to be dismissed from once their service is completed.
Yes, but normally by their superiors, and we're not their superiors.
Well, not on paper.
You see why everyone loves you guys so fucking much, don't you?
I've already made mention that I believe that once the Steve gets back into power fully, that we're all going to be hung. So who took bad about him?
Everybody. But anyway, carry on. Come on, mush.
Well, we probably might as well just sit at the tables here and talk, because it's not like there's anybody around who can overhear us.
I'll pop up to upstairs, see how Lady Mara is.
Well, Siobhan's going to do that first. I'll check to make sure Jamie Lee hasn't hung herself or something.
I'll just sit down and
Go on.
Who would be first?
I'm going to go upstairs, you two go back.
Hello? Anybody home? Oh.
Yes?
Just I, Saphiro, just checking to make sure you are alright.
Yes.
Sorry if I bothered you, I shall leave you be.
Thank you.
And I'll return to the where Adrian's sitting.
So I'll into the room.
Okay.
And I
Not up to me.
I'll just sit down on the bed.
I see you, Mara.
How's it going?
How are you feeling?
Much better.
We're downstairs discussing what we found at the jail. If you'd like to join us, if you're up to it,
Sounds good.
I'll get downstairs.
I'll see you downstairs.
Oh, sorry. There was one thing I wanted to do. While you were ill, you were probably like sleeping it off. Could I just get you to roll dream?
That should be good. It should be sickness, deluded dream. You might not enjoy it.
Where am I? No, wait.
4.
Okay. You will have a dream of childhood running home to the unfamiliar scene of many people gathered around, all in very formal dress, and the picture of your mother on the mantel having a cloth draped over it and several candles lit around it. And you are informed that your mother has died. But that's okay, because she's clearly still living as she's rising up from her state in jerky zombie-like motions. And that recurs several times during the day.
Awesome.
And now back to normal time.
Now, Lady Mara, you've got some colour in your cheeks again.
Yes.
Green's a colour.
Please sit.
Maybe you telling me to sit, but of course.
So Sula, you think we should start with the guard family again?
Well, we could go and check the gear they sold of his.
If we can find any of it.
Well, there's only one place to find out, is to go there and see if there's anything still there. If there's nothing, if we can't find it there, it's because I'm only... I don't know how it all works, but
You have a theory.
if you're good at your job, why would you leave? But we need to find out if that warehouse is owned by the family, because that might be a reason for the murder. He might have seen something or heard something.
We don't really have much to go on other than where Count Hector thinks the next murder might take place.
Which was...
Hyde Park.
Region.
But we can't do much really until the next full moon, really.
Intelligence roll, everyone present, except Superman.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks.
I'm glad you guys just fucked each other. So I got on the dot, exactly on my intelligence, 16.
12.
You got a 1.
I got a critical fail. I know nothing.
Baby, you're the best.
It occurs to you that earlier you had mentioned wanting to do some research on lunar rituals. Perhaps also the Athenaeum might keep some old periodicals from back then, or court records of Count Hector's conviction. It occurs to you, because apparently you're, in this instance, the smartest person here.
Oh, I wasn't allowed to roll, so that doesn't count.
Because you already discounted everything else, so I didn't let you roll. That the nobility in question are hardly likely to want to talk to you people the way you look right now. You look like peasants. Well, you can speak for yourself as much as you want, but...
Have you...
I mean, as far as the old rule of look, you are what you look like goes, yeah, you kind of all are, but...
has it occurred to anyone how we dress currently?
What's wrong with how we dress?
Well,
right now you're dressed as a highway bandit.
do you think nobility would really want to speak to us?
I don't see a problem with anyone talking to me.
Sophia?
I agree with what you're saying. I'm just not sure if we can afford.
Would you want to talk to anyone that looked like peasants, like us?
No.
No. So why would nobility want to?
Well, it's in the investigation into the relative. Well, why wouldn't they care?
Because
you're
they
not official what?
Unofficial what? We're not official watch, so they have to talk to us.
It may also be more beneficial to them currently in order for their son to remain dead for one reason or another.
How so?
Or perhaps a relative saw him as getting in the way and wanted him out of the way, or at the very least it might be convenient for him that he's gone, something like that.
Why would the family have not have paid for a resurrection?
There were bits missing.
How would I know?
Yeah, I mean,
You were
I
told.
was about to actually say,
You
it's
were
like
told
because he
his
wasn't
head was
there.
missing.
Oh, his head was missing. His was the head was missing. Sorry.
Can't resist. You can't revive a decapitated person.
Well, you could.
Well, actually, you can, but a standard temple can't.
if you disintegrate someone into dust and you collect all the dust, can you resurrect it?
Standard resurrection won't, but there is such a ritual that will.
Okay.
But you don't know that.
Okay.
I mean, there are limits to what resurrection can perform.
I just always remember the thing in Baldur's Gate that was if the body got gibbed, you couldn't take them back to the temple and resurrect them. They had to be whole.
Carry on.
Well, I could go to the Infernam tomorrow to look at lunar rituals, or even the Count Hector's case in history. If either of you two want to talk to the Gauss family again, or see if you can find his belongings.
Count Hector did say that there were still people that could be spoken to.
The elf in the guard.
Pointy.
So does mine.
It's whatever we'll call them.
Kit.
I think some more research into this would be a good idea.
Yes. You don't know enough.
If we could find out the owner of that warehouse, as Susan suggested. It's either going to lead us down her proposed path, or it's not. If she's wrong, then we know that that's not a lead to follow, but if she's right, then we've got something.
Well, Mara, do you know anyone who might be able to find out who owns the warehouse?
Intelligence rules here. I think that the Faith Guild would know anything. Five?
Yes.
Cool. I might know someone be able to find that out. Hopefully.
Well, if you do that, then we can all do something tomorrow and meet up about midday.
We.
How much would it cost to get information from this person, you know?
Intelligence roll would it cost anything?
Information costs.
It always costs.
It's just whether it costs in money or a favour for a favour.
The amount of detail depends the cost. So you're just looking for a who owns.
It gives you a
Coppers.
good, easy example in your information.
If you want ways in, silvers. If you want a map, gold. Or a cut. You would have overheard that.
So I don't think it'd be wise to relay that information.
Yeah. That's up to you.
But I have asked.
Probably just a few coppers, really. Just finding out who.
Stop trying. Stop.
That's not too bad. I don't know if Sula mentioned, but we do have 10 gold marks on retainer from the temple.
Courtesy of Stormlord Thales.
If we need any gear, it's probably good. Oh, backpack.
Aw, thank you.
That can carry 50 pounds, which means that's 50 pounds of your personal carrying capacity that you do not have to have in your hands now. But it weighs 2 pounds. It does not extend inventory capacity by 50 pounds, but it does means you can carry 50 pounds of that.
It's a good sturdy one too. It's not a
Yeah, it's got limited waterproofing,
Yeah.
meaning you can drop it into a river and fish it out reasonably quickly, and the things inside will still be dry.
That's awesome.
It's certainly rainproof. It's armor grade, meaning it can take a hit and not just immediately split open.
true.
And you can assume it's got all kinds of whatever pockets, divided compartments, and whatever else you need. It stores external straps for bedrolls, rope and other things, so you don't have to fill your capacity with that. It can handle
How much does it weigh inside?
2 pounds, but it carries 50, so you can now carry 50 pounds without encumbering your hands, basically. That's in addition to any belt pouches you have.
You had a belt, didn't you?
It'll be in your inventory if you do.
Apparently not.
Then you can't carry a belt pouch. Well, I mean you can, but just not hanging out off a belt.
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to need a belt. Make a note of that, someone. Next time you're at the guild, pick
Yeah,
up a
so we're
belt.
going to get a belt, we weren't sure.
Cool.
Incidentally, do you think we should keep pursuing the Martian resurrection case, or leave it be?
We'll have to tell the...
Remember, this is all news to you.
We'll have to tell the constable, or whatever he is, Agni today.
It was obviously the new high priestess.
Well, no, because she wasn't the new high priestess. She was...
Or the
There's-
other high priestess.
Yeah, there was two high priestesses, but just because they have different views doesn't mean that they wanted her dead.
If she actually cared about it, then she would have been more open to a questioning.
Yes, but
She seemed very eager to just put the whole thing behind her and leave her dead rather than resurrect her.
as she said, the goddess said that she was destined to
Goddess,
die.
right.
So, if Tor said that you went to resurrect you, would you? If they went to resurrect you, would you argue? Obviously, you'd be dead. But if
Not with Tor.
I've got a medical alert bracelet that says "Do not revive."
it said from Tor, if Tor was to say that one of your comrades was not to be resurrected, would you against your god?
No, but the thing is, the Martian priests admitted that their goddess doesn't speak to them directly.
So they interpreted it wrong. May have interpreted it. Okay.
Assuming that interpretation is the thing that's at fault here, and the priestess is not just using that as an excuse. in
So
order to avoid
Anyone
the
who wants
issue.
can make a memory roll at this point. Who was there? You can make a memory roll too if you want to remember vomiting.
It's a 19, isn't it?
Yeah, I got a 1,
I
so
know.
I still got worse than you.
Well,
You remember the high priest and the younger priest. The younger priest kept bringing up things related to it and was being silenced by the high priest.
remember how those younger priests were constantly getting talked down to? It wasn't until they said enough that we even got the card out of her.
Well, maybe we need to send a message to the their high priestess, asking if that was their their plan, their choice that she was not to be doing.
Thing is, it's more than likely that their Grand High Priestess is going to take their word as servants of her over anything we say.
But
We've got no proof.
all we're asking is why was she not resurrected?
But you just give you a reason of, one of us had a vision.
Then it's their choice. We
Unless
can't.
they're all in on
They may be.
But clearly I'm not all in on it since
it. Since the last person that wasn't in on it was killed.
And all the young ones were.
That's right, you did have that theory.
Opportunity may still yet present itself. If the town guard want to pursue this further and want to interfere directly with temple affairs and that irritates the Namartian priestesses, we could always interject and offer to investigate on their behalf, promising them complete secrecy over the town guards interfering, and they may just let us in as an alternative to meddlesome locals.
Well, that might be an idea to present to the captain, commander, whatever he is on the day.
But again, it depends on how much the local constabulary want to meddle in these affairs.
There was a thing from him, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah.
from the Fighters Guild, I thought,
it
but
was
it
from-
was
it was-
through.
yeah.
So anything would have to go
Yeah.
through the captain's commander, quite likely. On another note, been having a thought. You might want to go see your wizard friend, visit him and ask him where Necrom normally hung out.
This is so we can maybe find the location of those bandits.
Yes, possibilities. I mean, we're out and about looking. If we're in the area, it might be advantageous for us to look. We might find some of our gear or some of the leads to our gear.
In all likelihood, he'll probably just point me in a direction and say, go that way, you'll get there eventually. It's worth a try.
Alright, I'm down to remember that one.
Right, anyone else have anything they want to bring before this meeting? Before I move you along?
Scribbles?
At least you're nice and healthy, you know that.
Oh, I'm gonna need some art supplies to paint the picture of the outside that can't be dealt with.
You can paint.
Yes. Well, like, I can draw. I don't imagine painting is much more difficult.
You can get scribbles for that.
Lady Mara is probably correct.
Actually, we could get them both together.
Well, we could both do it.
Paint.
Where's it at? A rat. Where's it at?
Who's a
They're
better
They're
artist?
the original odd couple.
Again, there's a kooky neighbor.
Wizard!
Yes.
Now my wife and I are coming around to dinner this evening. I hope there won't be any hijinks involving your rat.
Mamma mia, now I'll have to do it.
My rat can cook really well. You've seen that movie, haven't you?
Anyway, carry on.
Perhaps you could do a joint art project with Scribble.
Bonding time.
How many coppers would you light? Lightning. Right. Yeah. How many coppers would you like?
6 just to be safe, but I'll give you any 10.
Merlin currency, alright?
Yep.
We don't have that kind of copper.
No?
No, we got silver, but
You can always just take a silver
Yeah.
just to be safe.
That is over.
So you're done? Right, go to bed.
Take more than long
Ooh,
before I say my prayer.
yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure?
I only have 3 spells.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you're pretty much all good then.
Yeah. No, I'll do color spray. I would do detect magic if I had it yet, but
You don't.
yeah.
Takes 2 days.
I haven't had 2 days. I know.
Okay, so you say your prayers, you do your wizard learning.
Pray to my god, yes.
I'm a filthy heathen.
Right. You what?
Nothing, sorry.
Right. So, question before I consider your evening rituals complete. Saphiro, are you going to do any exercise or workout at all?
How late is it?
Be still around pump on.
Cool. And I'll, they've got a stables in the back or open area like
Yes, but it's unoccupied.
this. Fine.
Okay.
I'll go downstairs. Well,
I mean, it's also unoccupied by horses as well.
unoccupied, yeah, no, I don't need horses.
Okay.
I need an empty area.
What I'm saying is goodbye horses.
I was thinking of taking my shirt off and doing Tai Chi, but
You don't know it.
yeah, no.
Oh.
You are not Dalton Brady.
Yeah, I'm going to go out back and go through the motions.
Okay, so I'll make a note that you are exercising and practicing.
I
most
probably
of you.
would do some exercise because it's been a while since we've done anything like physical.
We
So
really need to.
Okay, thank you.
Push
Right,
ups and
so
sit-ups.
it is night time. You will have your usual shared dream. And you wake in prime. The 15th.
I will wake and go for the morning rituals.
Merced.
ditto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, who's doing what first?
What should we do first? Do you want
Obviously
to
you didn't have any work last night because of murder.
Well, I mentioned that
I'll go to
places.
the Anthony.
Invested with guards?
If
Yeah.
you to investigate the guard's belongings and his family if you get time.
I'll say you, Saphira.
Okay. So we can investigate the guard's belongings. And how do you propose we would go about finding out who owns the warehouse?
Well, Mara was going to do that.
Yep.
So we can't.
So what? Just to clarify, which warehouse?
The warehouse where
You
the
never asked.
So if I just ask who owns the warehouse, I'm gonna get looks like.
Logic suggests you go ask the sister which warehouse you worked at. The one you went
The
to
guard
visit.
sister.
You were there.
The guard that went missing, the sister. You were
Up in Lovenclout.
Yeah.
You know where everything's going on.
Where everything's happening.
Well, it's not going to be fucking peasants in Knapp Hill, is there? He said like everyone was familiar with the map and the layout and proportionment of the economic distribution. Which he knew they weren't, because there's no way you would be.
I'm not from here.
You're not from here.
I backtraced it.
Well, you wrote in the .coms.
Yep, okay. Virus all the webs. Carry on. So yeah,
Well, then you three could all go to the guard's sister first and see what warehouse, and then you can move on from there.
And then meet back here at.
It should only take us about an hour to find that
say
information.
about tears.
Tears. Meet back here at Tears.
I'll try to remember. Sometimes I can lose track of time and
Are you sure you'll be alright going these?
it'll be fine. The worst that can happen is
You get
6
lost.
or 7 or 8 guards follow me.
Or you could get mugged along the way.
That generally doesn't.
Or
is-
attacked by street urchins.
It's only when you're silly enough to talk about gold in the street.
What do you mean, peace quarters?
Well, you don't have any. Wouldn't have any gold on me anyway.
Split the party. Sorry, there's something in my throat.
Right, so you three head off to Lovenclout and you head off towards the Athenaeum. And you're going to arrive first,
Okay.
because it's closer.
Yep. Is it open yet?
It's locked. There's a small discreet notice posted upon the door.
What does it say?
It says, if you are capable of reading this, then the Athenaeum might be the place for you. However, due to a lack of Crown funding, the Athenaeum is closed, but it can be opened again upon request, and there's an address that you should go to.
I'll go to that address.
Okay? You'll still get there before them. You will arrive outside a very fine-mannered house. There is a gate, which is unlocked, and there is a path which leads up to a very fine set of double doors and polished wood, and a split off of the path that goes around back.
I'll take a look around, see if I can see anyone.
There's snow.
I'll go up and knock on the front door then.
Okay. There's actually a bell pull. Will you prefer that?
Big classy and just knock anyway.
Yeah, I'll knock anyway.
Okay. It is not long before a distinguished figure in extremely fine velvet opens the door and says, yeah.
Oh, I read the note of the Athenaeum. It said that it can be reopened if I need to.
You will want to see the master. Please enter the withdrawing room.
Okay.
Please wait here. He fades away.
Well, like literally?
Yeah, the noise fades away.
Oh, okay. I thought he just walks through the wall and like.
Eventually, an exceptionally well-dressed individual enters the room. He is wearing a very fine doublet and in house shoes, stockings, breeches, the whole 9 yards, and a house coat. Art thou the young gent who inquired as to the Athenaeum?
Yes, there were some things I wanted to research, but when I went there it was closed.
Indeed. Proper funding is not distributed these days. Hast thou the coin for membership, or dost thou seek admittance merely?
I was hoping to be admitted. I didn't know anything about a membership.
Membership in the Athenaeum Society affords you key access at any time thou wishes. However, a single-time entrance can be arranged for inquisitive private sector individuals.
That would be helpful. I can think on the potential membership at a later date.
Indeed. Well, the single-time admittance will cost 10 silver talons per hour. For private individuals.
And how much is membership?
Simply 200 crowns.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Unfortunately, I've left on my.
The only exceptions are for those, of course, engaged in civil work for the Crown or other such established body.
Well, I am doing a job for the guards through the Fighters Guild.
Then you must remit your what do they call them? Your watch membership instruction.
Oh, so I'll take out my guild and say, you mean this?
Thou art a member of the guild. Art thou engaged by the watch there?
Yes, the commander of the watch left us with the job of investigating the recent murders and
It is too preposterous to be a lie. I will have one of the clerks open the Athenaeum for your use. Please do not tarry him over long. They are sad individuals. Good day.
Thank you. I'll scurry out.
You guys arrive at the appropriate house in Love and Clown.
Rap on the door.
This time of day and Dolly Sisters is a hive of activity, well, as much as a hive of activity with anything that only has about half the population it should have can be. The door opens not over long and a haggard woman appears. Aye? Oh, it be you lot.
Yes, Spiro, Paladin of Tor.
You're one of them's what is from Orth.
Yes.
Have you found me brother?
Not yet. We were curious about. You mentioned the warehouse where.
Oh. Him's been working down at one of Cam's warehouses.
Cam.
Sorry, him's what's Lord Cam.
Lord Cam. see, Lord Cam's warehouse.
Aye.
Where would that be located?
We are to others.
Yeah, how would I distinguish
Oh.
it from?
That goes to big area where to Dragon burned all down. Then go south. Then them's their warehouses. And they's all got little plates with them heraldry on them.
What would be the
You're
insignia?
looking for a smoked meat and fishes warehouse, that is.
Let's see them dies.
Yes, that's right. It's the return of the smoked meats and fishes warehouse.
You don't take it over and make it their secret lair.
You certainly don't run right in the front door and punch a guy in the nuts so hard they shoot out of his ears and he dies, Tim. Because it's how the body works, right? But it's just a direct passage.
But yeah, afterwards I would have to go to back to Bermain. Just forever.
Right. So yeah, she says that.
Smoked meats and fishes warehouse. And how would that be identified? Do they have a sign? Do they have... You mentioned heraldry. What was the heraldry?
Lord Can's, of course. And
What
there's
does
big
that
sign,
look-
and there's a big sign of some pigs and a fish over to fire. That's how you knows. Can you read sign?
Well, I can read. I was just wondering what the
Ooh, and yet you don't know how to identify warehouse. Well, well, well.
I'm slowly smiling in the background.
You looked for a picture of what it do. Everyone knows that. That's what comes from being from Orc. Get strange ways.
Yes, I didn't have to deal with warehouses in my youth.
Oh, not to be ashamed of. Not everyone can afford to have nice fine job like warehouse guard. Some people's have to be poor sods. Scrounging around like them what's up in the north part of Dolly Sisters. Or where's down Cockbill Street.
Yes. Thank you for your time,
Ain't no to pant about it.
We shall leave you be. If we have any news of your brother's whereabouts, we shall let you know. Good day.
And now you know.
We also know like whose it is as well.
Yeah, we do now.
You don't even need any money. Or
Oh, you're useless! Oh shit, I fucked up! You're not supposed to do that.
It's alright. I don't mind.
You could confirm it, or you could find out how to get in without anyone knowing. Or how to get in from the sewers.
I was wondering whether he was going to have
But
to
you can't
use
get
you to get
interested
into
in
that name for a while there. Actually.
Yeah,
I was wondering if he was going to have to use you to get into the F&A. I was wondering if you're going to have to lockpick your way in and just... Sorry, Sulan, I did not let you ask any questions if you had anything.
No, you've asked all the things we needed to know.
As
So you
you
might as well
As we're-
pet the armor merchant on the way back and hit the guild and then get my armor back.
as you're leaving Dolly Sisters, you will hear a town crier saying, "Hear thee, hear thee! Stormlord Thales arrive in city as new High Cleric Benedar. Full story 2 copper. Full story 2 copper. Hear ye, or thee. But do you guys prefer ye or thee? How correct are we being here? Ye? You prefer ye, even though so.
I prefer they.
Because in medieval times, Y was pronounced as th, so it's actually hear thee,
Yeah.
not hear ye. But in movies and that, it's hear ye. So you prefer hear ye? Cool, we'll do it that way.
Yeah.
Hear ye, hear ye. It's more fantasy. Hear ye, hear ye. Other news to be had. Much goings on in the court of the king. Strangers seen and assassinations. Desperate criers need money. Hear ye, hear ye. Famous paladin seen in countryside doing much good.
No, they're
Great
talking
hero
about me.
Belloc to return to
Us.
city.
They're talking about us.
Well, do we wish to know more?
We were there. I don't think we need to pay in copper to hear about stuff we already
But
know
there
about.
might be more information about, well, other things that are going on that could be linked to stuff that we're doing.
So while they're having that conversation, back to the other night. It isn't long before a small robed elderly gentleman of advanced elderly arrives and fumbles a key into the lock and opens it up and says, "Thank you."
Thank you. I'll try not to be too long.
Yes, just a little master. Anyhow, finding things.
Where might I find previous criminal cases from 50 years ago?
In the deep stacks, I can get them.
That would be great, thanks. Looking for anything pertaining to Count Hector.
I will find it. And do you need guidance to your section? We have much here.
We might have find something on old tales of nightly rituals done by the,
Chivalry?
Spoke to that.
done by the full moon.
Occult or arcanum?
If you could tell me where both are, that would.
Second floor occult. North wing arcanum.
Thank you.
And we'll bring all documents I can find relating to Count Hector to that points at desk.
Thank you for your time.
He'll shuffle off.
I'll head up to a cult first.
There was a big sign, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
When you come in, there's a new big sign.
Yeah.
Rules. No open flames. Grip by the spine. No documents to leave the establishment.
Yeah.
Copying fee still applies.
Or if
So-
you just take some pen and ink and touch and then yourself.
Then it doesn't apply. If you wanted a copy done. And by copy I mean, they tend to be exact. What are you three doing while he's searching? And by he's searching I mean I'm looking through my Firefox trying to find the documents.
Scylla and I believe were debating whether it's worth paying 2 park breaks to hear news.
There's 2 goblins here about King Steve, the Stormlord.
And the Great Ellen.
That's the thing, you could also research that at the other name if you wanted. If you
Yeah,
wanted to find out what one was.
Yeah. Probably wouldn't cross my mind. At least yet. Since I'm sort of busy at the moment.
He knows paladins are great, that's enough. Well, you have the money, Sula. If you think it's worth paying, then by all means I shall not stop you.
It's our money.
Yes.
What do you
I
think,
trust
Lady
your
Mara?
judgment. Is she with us?
She's in Lady Mara.
Oh, okay.
Copy for information.
I have no say in this. You think it's necessary? Cool.
I don't know if it is necessary, but maybe there's rumours about. I don't know. I don't know what you get from these people. Seems interesting though. I've never.
After not much searching you will find this scrap.
They generally have official news about the kingdom, so.
Well, we've got somewhere to go, so we can maybe find out later.
Very good.
Will we need a way into the warehouse?
Into the warehouse?
Well-
Well, yeah, we probably won't just be able to walk in. It's
Well,
not
that's
that property.
if the warehouse is linked to this. Is that
Cam.
Lord Cam of the same family?
No, well, I think that's the first thing we have to find
That's
out
what we
exactly
need to
who
find
this
out.
Lord Cam is.
If he is the
College of Heralds.
Because
To the guy who has heraldry and
Yeah.
would therefore know
College
that.
of Heralds would tell us that.
Or do you want to go there and find out if this? Do we even know the name of the young lord that was killed?
You didn't ask, so you didn't find out.
No, it was never specified. It was never specified by the
A familiar
Yeah,
tune.
yeah.
So, do we wish to go see him? Because
It would be
without
nice
their
thing to
name,
do in
it's,
order to connect the dots. Yes,
and we might not need to go to the College of
Herald.
Heralds. Yeah.
So would you like me to find a way into the warehouse or no?
I don't think until we know if we do need to go in there, there's no point.
Because all we should need to do is talk to the guard himself and the guards themselves. And
Well, the guard himself may be the one.
what done it?
Yes.
I love that phrase.
I'll see if specifically I can find something on Saluna, since that's something that I haven't heard of before.
Saluna is the goddess associated with the moon. It's also the moon's name.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Then I'll look into.
It's Luna with Se in front of it.
Yeah, sure, but like it could have been something else entirely. You know what I mean?
She is the one named Silver.
Then I'll see if I can find the rest of this or something else about the ritual of. Oh God, I literally just had it on my title. Hang on.
That's a weird
I
incident.
think
That's
that
an
motion.
interesting ritual.
Anyone going to third that motion?
Yeah.
Motion passes.
The ritual.
The
I
ritual
retarded,
of-
I just had it.
Yeah, the ritual of eternal life. I thought it was that, but for some reason my head eternal youth popped up, and I was like, that wasn't it. Yeah.
That is the only piece of information you were been able to find on lunar rituals. So say lunar rituals, as it were.
What about
Because anything else, I mean, you could try searching the Arcanum wing for more specific things, but given that necromancy is illegal,
Yeah.
they're not likely to have books on how to do things to do with necromancy.
Yeah.
I mean, they may have
that's for free.
references to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to head off in there.
Yeah.
Because you're going to want to connect.
On your way back
to
through, the little
body
guy is
parts.
just bringing some parchment back to the table.
Oh, is that where was?
I'm sure that was more, but this is what I've been able to locate thus far.
Thank you.
You guys would have like the best conversations that I would not want to witness ever.
Okay, but to be fair, the old guy has an excuse. He's 96.
And he's
In a
going to
day and age-
it's the opposite of that.
In a day and age, you often live to the ripe age of 40. That's pretty old.
Yeah, no, not in this world.
suppose- yeah, I suppose-
You tend
yeah.
to hit 70.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Because it's fantasy.
So what are you guys up to? Where are you?
We're heading to the guard captain again to see if we can actually get.
Okay, so you're
ascertain
going
what
to arrive before he finds anything. Also
Yeah,
give him
probably.
time to read his documents.
So yeah, we'll look for.
Yeah.
or ask- or
okay,
request
well,
to
long
see-
story short, you are eventually shown into
Yeah.
his office. He looks up and he says, "Ah, oh dear, the wizard's turned himself into a woman."
No, I've always been this
This is-
way.
No, this is Lady Mara. She's,
I recognize her.
You were being
And-
flippant.
And I can do for you.
The name of the young nobleman who was recently murdered that basically kicked off any interest in this.
Oh, who was it? young Edward. Edward, son of the meat guy. Edward Cam.
Smoked meats and fishes, yes. So that is related.
Son of Lord Tickham.
Do you know if anybody... I believe it was mentioned that they do not actually live here.
Only part of the year is required by law. Currently, some of their distant cousins are occupying the house and maintaining it.
See.
That is all. Good day.
That pretty much is, yes. Good day.
No. The priestess.
Oh, yes, the priestesses of Namatia are not willing to cooperate, it seems.
Unfortunate.
They consider it a private matter. And
Yes. Religious affairs are outside of the state's jurisdiction and so on. I thought they'd be more willing to talk to a fellow religious person.
apparently not because I'm not of their religion, they're not willing to divulge anything further. I believe they're hiding something, but...
Oh, certainly, but what? That's what I wanted to know. Well, you did your best. Hopefully someone will be able to turn something up to do with that irregular behavior.
There aren't any loopholes you can use in order to force the issue, are you?
Church and state are separate. Except in the case of Benadar, which has official state sanction to maintain the tump. Or at least contain it.
What other things? What things have they been doing strange, the priestesses?
Not resurrecting one of their own is about the strangest thing I can think of. They've stopped offering healing, curse curing, and restoration services to the public.
But that was was that not one of their major draws?
It's especially interesting in a time where money is thin on the ground. You think you want to do anything you could to bring in the coin.
Yes, well, that's why I was interested in the nose into their affairs. Unfortunately, you turned up nothing, so... I'm merely curious. It is unusual behavior.
Thank you. You've always been shading water.
Yes. Well, good day.
Farewell.
So you were leaving, and let's get a perception roll out of everyone.
Me too?
You're not there.
No.
Well, you did well. 3.
I got 3 today.
Yeah.
Right.
Just as you're leaving, you hear someone call out, "I see you, Sulin."
Oh, I did, but it's way down on the notes, so I'll roll intelligence.
I'm not giving it to you. If you've got it in your notes, you go get it. Damn it. We'll cut back to the up and down while you're doing that.
Okay, here's what I wanted to know first. See, I can read this.
Yeah?
Can Adrian read this, and does he know what all these words mean?
Probably not, but you would recognise the majority of the... I mean, you've got to read the language, so yes, but he uses a lot of terminology that is specifically rather obtruse.
Yeah.
And this isn't the document you kind of wanted. This is actually a document written by Count Hector, not about...
I know, but I'm also interested in his other words.
That you so sorely deserve.
Oh, you mean the small list of other things?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can read... You understand all the words in there.
Yeah, I mean this. I mean, just from reading this, I'm sort of interested in reading the other things, but it's not really what I'm looking for at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes, I've done a rather nasty thing to you there.
Yeah. I'll look for the old man.
Okay.
I assume, like, because I sat down around the desk, I assume he would be nearby.
Yes, it doesn't take you long to find him.
Do we listen out for him?
You wouldn't happen to have anything to do with a court jurisdiction or anything like that, would you?
Legal matters.
Yes.
Yes, it is in the south wing. Second floor.
Thank you. Is there?
Well, no. Obviously you arrived.
I'll take a I'll take a moment to see if it's all organised properly, or
It looks like about 19 different organisation systems have been attempted over the years, and as such, it is a riotous mess of different bookkeeping methods which have been tried, and it's going to make your job very hard, but you think you can muddle your way through.
yeah, I'll start looking for Count Hector's case. Do you want this back?
No, you can hang on to that. I mean, you've read it.
I want to make a list of all the books that I want to read. That's all.
You know I'm not going to write them all, right?
No, that's fair enough.
I'll just give you
Well,
a
the fuck's
gist.
not.
Yeah.
Because there's only 24 hours of the day I work most of them. Anyway, back at the go.
Got picked up by the chief. Chief notices this and gets then go back to that.
Oh
You haven't
dear.
found her name?
No,
So
Not
your,
even in your original notes?
your character does not remember.
I haven't gone through all the old notes yet. Haven't gone made more paperwork yet.
Okay.
What check is it for for what he just made? It's a skill check, isn't it? It's a memory check.
So
So you can spend a silver inspiration to roll it again.
No.
Hey, yeah, I'm not letting him make
got
a
it.
check.
Yeah, because he actually
Alright.
got like
You've got
6.
fucking notes, use them.
Oh,
he,
okay.
he actually got a 6 for us, so he probably would have remembered that he was
okay.
allowed to, but
Okay, fair enough.
Not that I'm not allowed to remember it, it's I'm not allowed to remember it.
I checked mine, but I don't think I noted her name down.
Yeah. Right. So
Because you went and...
Do I find
wasn't there
anything?
when you went and saw her.
Okay, so specifically, what are you looking for?
any case to do with Count Hector,
Okay.
in which he is the accused or the accuser.
Sadly,
Yeah.
it doesn't appear that the majority of things are listed by the defendant. They're listed more by the... Some of them are listed in sections to do with this particular crime. Some of them are listed chronologically. Some of them are listed by verdict for some reason.
So it's just
He now said the guilty.
yeah. So like it's under guilty around 50 years ago.
Okay, roll. We're searching the section organised by verdict first.
What's this? Do you,
What?
do you just want me to give you a
It's
number?
What
or is it-
inspiration does he need? Oh, never mind.
4.
Alright,
It
let's see.
doesn't appear to be here.
Nope. Okay, it's bronze, by the way, if you wanna.
Yeah, if you
Ahead
go to the
of
second
time,
roll. But
Yeah. Okay, so 4. It's not there. So the next section will be a date. It'll be around
Okay,
50 years ago,
righto.
give or take it.
Go ahead.
11.
You have found a... What's the word? I suppose a docket.
Oh,
Or
okay.
a doc notice. Right. Scroll, bastard. Scroll! Damn it. Thank you. I shouldn't format it. Come on. Come on. A little further. There we go. Okay, so you find a doc notice. In the case of the Cutter murders, in which the particular charge, murder, grace, etc., Lovenclad. Defendant Count Hector of Bermany is found guilty by reason of evidence of the most recent murder, specifically a charm or brooch belonging to the victim being found secreted cleverly amongst his possessions. The murder of such specifically was one, it just says Grace as first name victim, 14-year-old girl living in Dolly Sisters, specifically the street of Lovencloud. Was murdered prior to Sext, but after Prime, whose body was discovered following sounds of an altercation reported to an alert guardsman, who arrived on the scene.
Well, that's a lie for a start.
No, remember this was back when it was prosperous.
Have you ever met an alert guardsman?
Again, this was back when it was prosperous.
This was 50 years ago, man.
And found the bloodless corpse. The beginnings of incisions having been made and are clearly abandoned with haste. Evidence of threads of a fine fabric nature was found. Sniffer dogs were employed, which backtraced the scent trail to the diplomatic quarters at that time being used by Burman officials, and after a search of said quarters executed immediately, the offence of an illegal search being forgiven in the result, located one brooch after some hours of searching, upon which time a search for the Count was instigated and did produce no effects until later that night, where he was arrested at a dinner function.
And does it have a proper date on?
No, it has a case number. But the section you found this in would have been 52 years ago.
Okay. Judging by case numbers close to this one, would I be able to find a rough date that this would have happened on?
Int roll.
15.
What you are looking at is the year 1334. And the specific date that you can work out would have been Namakta the 16th. It was at Dafoy, the day. Dafoy, 16th of Namakta.
Sweet. Right.
Meanwhile, back at the guardhouse,
I see you.
So do I.
the excessively tall woman approaches. It is like you've been avoiding me. I tried to find you, but...
I have been busy trying to find things in the city. It's very hard.
Perhaps I could assist you in your search. What do you see?
Perhaps she could sue them.
She might, but it is a clan thing.
You haven't introduced us.
I am this.
Zafiro, Paladin of Thor. That's your
Spell that
sword.
again.
You don't know how it's spelled.
It is.
It's probably ALYSS apostrophe S.
Maybe. There's a small chance.
Well, it's never designed to be written.
No, it's never been.
No.
I hide guardsman.
Sorry?
You, Paladin of Tor. I hide a guardsman of this city.
This is Lady Mara. Sorry, I've never asked her, like, I've been told to ask her for formal names. It seems weird sometimes. But
It is not common here. You get used to it. An unusual time to find you on the road.
we're looking into some of the murders in this city.
If I had time to help, I would. But I have many off hours that could be pleasingly spent.
There's probably many that you could find, but as I've said, we're very busy at this moment.
Then I will leave you to your business.
Thank you. May you always find shade in water.
Find shade and water. You can leave.
We are leaving.
Zero, is it?
We're leaving.
Jared's about to die!
You mentioned Steven's going to grab him by the arm and...
No, you're a grown man. What you want to do in your off hours?
I'm sorry, I thought you had important business to attend to.
Oh, yes, of course. That's silly of me. Farewell.
Wry look.
Catch up with the girl.
Mainlanders.
So we have a name, and his names seem to be intersecting.
Yes, of course.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. You should introduce me to your friend.
Do you smell something?
Did we not?
Sorry.
Smells like desperation.
Lady Maris. It has been a while.
I think you'd probably feel worse in this case than in the last one.
No?
Sounds like she has history.
Don't we all?
Anyway, yes. Didn't we? Okay, we have a warehouse that's linked directly to the victim of the... Well, not the most recent victim, but the most recent one anybody paid any real attention to because, well, he was involved for once.
Yes. So do we wish to investigate the guardsman himself? Steve Day?
You mean to question him directly?
No,
Or?
because I think that mattered last time. That's why the guard disappeared.
So observe him.
To observe him. Or we find out how long if he actually has been anywhere near these places or things has anything to do with it. I don't know where to go next.
We could find out who actually hired him. It probably wasn't hired directly by the family in question. There would have been a middleman. They probably wouldn't want to deal with a simple warehouse guard. Perhaps one of us could apply for a job there if there's an opening.
Well, I've been told that I'm not worthy of guarding. So it'll probably be you. But then the guarding be...
I could not bring myself to do something that I knew would be dishonest.
So the only one left is Lady Mara.
I could try, but I'm sure I'd get laughed at searching.
Aiden's fairly well built in the upper arms. Perhaps we could ask him.
Oh yes. Good.
I mean, assuming he can string enough words together to... Not that guards need to be able to talk that much,
I
but...
might need a translator.
Or not tell them why he's there.
I mean, they might not want a guard who's going to go, who go, oh, you're already gone.
I think that's rude, but accurate.
I did not mean to offend, but
Perhaps he could play mute. Maybe they'd take pity on me.
perhaps we should just go to the warehouse and ask who hires the guards there. There's probably a supervisor or a foreman or something who actually manages the whole place.
Yeah.
Make sure the guards aren't mumping or stealing anything, or
Do we want to do this under the direction of the city guard, or
we could either go under the Fighters Guild or the City Guard. It's actually, we've got links to both at the moment. Both would be accurate. City Guard probably carries a little more weight. We do have the Fighters Guild in Sydney, yeah. But we can name drop the captain of the guard.
So meanwhile, that could be up and now. Is there anything else you wanted to look into while here?
And not in the legal section anymore. I want to try to. Yeah, I'll go back to the old man because I've done. Where would I find information on lunar cycles 52 years ago?
Cycles of the moon. Arcanum.
Thank you.
Alright. Nature. Or occult. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll actually try a cult first, since I don't need to do anything else there. I'll see if I can find something on the cycle of the moon.
Okay, specifically what are you looking for? Because I did not calculate it 52 years ago.
No, okay, fair enough. I want to find if it was a full moon on, or near enough, or even within the same week of a full moon during
The thing
the...
is, you probably, this world could be different, but if it's like
Six.
Earth, you'll probably find out these things loop in patterns for the most part.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it was.
Oh, it was?
or not surprisingly?
Okay. Yeah, well, I was like, if it wasn't, it would have been easier to prove that he wasn't responsible for the other murders. Right, I'll head down to Arcana then.
Okay.
I'll look for more information on rituals by the same thing I was looking for, like rituals performed that require body parts or performed by the full moon. Things specifically regarding rituals of eternal life,
Okay.
that sort of thing.
Long story short, all of that is necromancy,
Yeah.
and you will find none of it here
Okay.
because it's illegal.
Yeah.
And also, this is an Athenaeum, not a magical library.
Yeah.
So what they do have is more like speculations on. They don't have any actual magic books,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah, I mean, Even
So
if it's-
yeah, you don't find
Damn it,
that.
Jim, I'm an after name, not a magical library.
Oh, he has muted.
Oh, that book, that journal, that book I found the other time that was nestled in the back of a shelf that was written in a different language.
Mhm.
I want to go get that. See if I can find it.
Okay, go give me an int roll.
That's a 9, is it again?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, you find it.
I'll bring it to the old guy.
Mhm.
Could you tell me what language this is in?
And let's see. Now that. Not seen this language. Beautiful.
Oh, sorry, I'll return it. I'll take it there. And it's
Awesome. Nothing else you want to research at all while you're here?
Sure.
Yeah, because I remember you were wanting to come here for several reasons way before these cases.
Well, the reason then was more that I like to read. I wanted to go to a place that had a lot of books and read books more than I wanted to just read up on things rather than any specific thing. Yeah. I don't know. Can you guys think of anything?
How to make friends and stop stuttering.
You make friends and influence.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
anything you wanted
Probably-
clarification on that's come up recently?
Something,
or-
maybe something to do with religion, because you're
Yeah.
such an ardent atheist, so, and you keep getting
Elves.
shut down.
Also, yeah.
Elves.
Yeah, Elven culture and what a Stormlord is, because I'm kind of interested.
Okay, so which one are you going after and which one are you sending him after?
I'll send him after religion, specifically Benadar and Maria,
Okay.
and what a Stormlord is, and I'll go after elves.
Right, so let's cross back to the other party because it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
So we're heading for the warehouse, I believe.
Okay, you were right.
Okay, I'm going to look for. Is that something you wanted to say? No, no. You must look like you wanted to interject.
We're just gonna knock.
Well, I was going to say we're going to look for something that
It's
sometimes
another
warehouses
basic
have like a side office or something like that, or
But, right,
for
so
us,
you
or-
you stumble down a wide, rutted path that is cobble. There's warehouses on either side with narrow alleys between them. And above each set of large doors there is indeed a pictograph of what they contain, and in some cases there is a heraldric device of ownership. Where there is not, there is a statement of merchant proprietorship.
we're looking for either the name or the pig
So
and the fish.
you find it. What do?
Yeah, look for the if there is a separate like.
There's
office,
just
like
there's a
that.
wall and there's a pair of doors.
Yeah. Are they?
Big, yes.
Are they closed or
Yes,
open? They're
closed.
See if they're locked.
They are locked.
There's currently no activity at this warehouse.
Well, it's not to say there isn't anything going on. You just
Place my
see.
ear to the door to listen for anything.
Okay. Give me a 3 or better.
No. Well, I mean, unless you mean high, I suppose.
I mean low. You need a 3, a 2, or a 20.
Close.
I'll look around, see if there's, well, see what activities are going on around, just more general.
Yes, well, there are some activities at some warehouses and none at others.
And there's one of them that has none.
Well, of course, there's one that has none. And aside from the one you're standing in front of.
Yeah. Well, we could come back later. There may be someone here later on.
Can you tell with your tracking skills whether this has been used at all in the last few weeks? Got a 14 by the way.
No.
Well, I was about to say that it doesn't take a tracking skill to point out that there are wagon tracks
Yeah,
in the fresh snow.
Oh, was it? Oh. There you go.
But then you failed your tracking roll, which means it took you an hour to work that out.
I did.
So yeah, an hour later you work out, oh wait, but those would have to be fresh, this is snow.
It's because she's not used to snow. She wouldn't think about it. I mean, that's the reason I would.
Thank you for your swift response, Susan.
I think you do better.
I looked down.
Did you say though?
I didn't realise there was snow on the ground here.
Neither did I, so.
I knew there had been snow in the vicinity.
It is snowing.
Yeah.
Welcome to winter.
Yeah.
Well, might as well knock on the door. Why
Oh,
not? What else have we got to lose?
well, it's locked from the lock and chain, or is a bolt type lock.
Well, you don't see any locking mechanisms
Yeah.
on the outside currently,
Right.
although there is facility for one.
That's probably bolted out.
Yeah, it's probably got a big board on the other side. There's probably a rear entrance or something. I don't know.
Wherever that would be.
What?
Wallet.
Close for it. Do we wish to go run back?
Sure. We'll go check around that.
There is a smaller door in the rear.
Tracks. In the snow.
Some
Fresh.
going in. Not so fresh as the ruts outside.
Okay, is the door open?
No, it's locked.
It is locked. Shall we knock, you think?
I think if it's locked, they may have left by cart. They've come in this way and then left by cart, so there may not be anyone here. We could knock, but that may give some of the element of surprise. If they were here, we could talk to them, but I think we could come back later and see if they're here. We've got other leads we can go investigate.
Very well. What lead do you suggest we do next then?
Well, we could go, depending on what the time is.
Probably about midday, I'm guessing.
What's midday?
Yeah, I thought I'd taken a while, but then you took
The
an
point
hour
where the
for
sun
tracking,
is
so
at
we're
its
probably
highest.
I mean 6.
6, yeah.
And what time were we planning on meeting there?
yeah.
Being back?
It was 2 hours time.
Yeah.
You've overshot by like about 2.5 hours.
Because there were ages trying to find something in the sun.
How could it be 2.5 hours? How did we miss it by
Well,
2
this
hours?
was
It only
this
took
was
an hour.
when this was also when you were initially going to be going off, so
Yeah.
that never happened in the end.
Yeah.
And I fucking overshot it too.
But
Well,
you
there's
would,
no
you'd
way
be
means
part
of
of-
keeping time in
It
here.
would
Yeah.
be your part of your character to get lost in the books and
Yeah,
the scrolls of the stuff.
Yeah, like you'd probably expect that.
Yeah.
Well, do we wish to go back? Because it's past. I'll watch it.
Because it's past, looks at sundial.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Well, we would know because it's sun.
Yeah,
So
Position of the
So
sun.
those clouds.
Also, I'm sure a bell rings every so often.
It does.
So
In fact, the sixth bell would have just rung.
there we go.
we should go back. Because we have overshot that time.
Yes, that is true.
Meanwhile, at the afternoon. So you find sufficient reading material on elves to learn the vague generalizations you can find in the PHP,
Okay. Sweet.
which may or may not be accurate to this world, but there again, they're not written by elves, they're written by people speculating on them.
Yep.
And you're going to be given 2 pieces of information. One from records and journals, and one a treatise. It's short. And while you're near the front desk, you will hear the 6th bell ring.
Oh, I was late to meet everyone. I'm sure they won't mind if I just read these before going to meet them.
So what are you guys doing?
We were getting back to the meeting place.
Was there anywhere else you wanted to go before we go back?
Well, I'm assuming we did pick up my
Yeah,
armor,
sure. Why not?
So, yeah.
Have you got them talking to about the
Sausage.
failed sausage delivery?
Good point.
Yeah.
You can do that. That's where you're going.
That's where we're going. You wish to pick up your armour.
Yes.
Hey, you there.
We'll let you grab that and I'll meet you back at the, I've got some more gear to grab.
Very good. I shall go and get my debossed, I suppose, armor.
You gonna stay with them?
Now Benadar free.
You're
We'll don it again. straight away.
you're met by the board keeper. It is regrettable that you have failed to perform your simple delivery task.
Pardon?
Yesterday, you were charged with delivering 1 bag of afternoon meal to a guard on the wall. You have not fulfilled that quest.
We got caught up in other tasks and
Yeah.
we got around to it.
This,
I apologise.
Rather blackens our eye, and of course, I must excise a task failure penalty against you.
Very well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you may either pay, or we will dock your future earnings.
Probably be simple if you just stop the we do have 2 current quests that we're basically just waiting out time until they complete, so possibly just dock
So be it.
it from those.
Can you ask how much it is?
Yeah, you can ask.
How much is the fee?
In order to prevent gratuitous incompletion or attempting to try tasks beyond, it means it is 2 silver, which, as you are aware, is greater than the reward payout would have been. Perhaps it will serve as a warning in future to take your duties more seriously.
Yes, of course.
That is all. And then you leave. Right. You go back to the thing, I'm assuming.
Yeah, on the way I'll tell Sulan what happened.
Wow. So how long outdated is this?
That second one there, that was written about 200 years ago,
Okay.
regarding something about 200 years prior or 100 years prior.
Yeah.
If you want to relate that information to them, you can make a copy or purchase a copy to be made from the scribe.
I think I have. We do have.
In which case you can spend an hour copying it for free yourself.
Yep. Yeah, I'll copy this one specifically.
Okay.
Do you want me to give this back or?
You can hang on to it if you want. It'll be part of your memory. So what are you guys doing?
and we were heading back to the inn.
Yeah, okay, you're there.
And then we're like, oh, so Adrian didn't show up either, or he did and then left
He
again.
may have, or he may have got lost in his book.
Not even probably anybody manning the bar to tell us if they've seen him. Do you wish to wait longer, or should we go to the Athenaeum and see if we can find him there?
Oh, we could go there, yes. Is there anywhere you'd like to go? Is there any gear you'd like to get?
Oh, I need to get that.
No. We would have done the belt.
Yeah, deduct one cost off belt and you can have a belt.
Oh.
Add one belt to your inventory. Basically, it's a sturdy leather, expensive thing that can hang numerous belt pouches, weapons, that sort of thing from. It's basic kit that you kind of need. Yeah, you take the cost in there, and then you double it, and then you double it again.
Shit.
And that's what you paid. It'll be on the first page on the left-hand column, I believe.
It's 3 silver.
So that becomes 12 silver.
And then you can roll for your charisma.
The thing is, I talked my belt down.
Yes, so...
Well, he's not the one negotiating for it.
Yeah.
It's one of you two.
Yeah.
So hurry up.
Your charisma's higher than mine.
8.
Okay, so you will now pay 10 silver talent.
Yeah, I think that's both paid. It's 10 and 9.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't have that in Imperium or Maryland. We have Dwarven gold. Okay, so you have that silver from before. We have another Maryland silver, and we have 4 Imperium silver. So
Well,
that
Imperium silver is basically 8.
Yeah. So that would make up all of it if
8.
we did that.
So you take the 8 silver
Yeah.
plus the 1 silver and your silver.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
That's
Done.
exactly 10. Sweet. Yeah, I'm just trying not to let the weapon fire.
That would be unfortunate.
Not lighting it on fire, or
No, I mean, had you left it in front of it.
Mostly for you, 'cause you'd have to play another one.
Yeah.
Finding another one's a problem.
And also,
Oh, I know where you
the
can get
hospital
them.
bills.
Yeah, those are light up.
Sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, was there anything else you needed?
So eventually your wizard will come stumbling in.
Oh, sorry.
You probably meet him partway
Yeah.
there, I'm guessing. So.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I got sidetracked, and it's hard to keep track of time in there.
It was expected.
Oh yes, we were waiting for hours for you.
Oh,
I'm joking.
Oh, Saphira, I found this on Stormlords.
Ah.
It's written from 200 years ago, maybe, but they don't seem like they're on the up and up, so to speak.
Obsolete, you say? Maybe they brought it back.
Anything you want to do out there? Okay.
And so I found that the girl Count Hector was accused of murdering was killed during the day. It was the night of a full moon, but it would have been a full moon that night, but it happened during the day. The guards heard a scuffle and found some tunic, some from fabric from a nobleman's tunic.
Well, the thing is, sometimes the moon can still be seen during the day.
What if they had to start the ritual at a certain time and must finish at a certain time?
Well, perhaps the organs are needed for the ritual at the full moon. See, the murder takes place in order for them to obtain the organs beforehand. Then it's the ritual itself that takes place during the full moon, not the murder.
Yes.
I also found like a small excerpt from what might have had the answer to the ritual on it, but it says that everything has to be prepared before the full moon enters the 8th house of some pattern in the sky.
Pattern in the sky.
Well, if you were to draw a circle and then gaze at the sky through the circle, then if the moon has to reach a certain point before as the ritual begins, based on your interpretation.
The moon fills the circle, so to speak.
That would be what I think.
How does one determine the exact position in order for those to sync up?
Well, I couldn't find that, but if we keep going the way we are, we might be able to find something that could indicate that your leads turn out well.
We've got a few more connections of some already strong suspicions, but we haven't got anything concrete yet. The minister ascertained that the young nobleman's son who was murdered was in fact their family did own the warehouse of the was it Steve Dave or Dave Steve?
Steve Dave.
Steve Dave. Oh, it's named. What are parents thinking in Merlin? Anyway, he was.
They want to honour two people.
Yes, but there's so many bigger than small Steves and bigger than large wide Daves and. Ah!
That would be bigger than, larger than, wider than.
Whatever.
Yes.
They must make those personalised license plates really interesting.
Yeah, for all those cars that don't
Yeah.
exist.
Is the ritual from it you can ascertain magical in any way?
The excerpt I found claimed it was all nonsense, but
So magical.
yes.
Let me guess, you cannot get more specifics from a standard library. You need to go to some magical archives or something.
It would be necromancy.
I would not say that word out loud in public.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
cavalierly if I were you.
Didn't think.
Well, wasn't Necromor and
Elliot, no wait, Necro.
and well, as I said, you could go see your wizard friend. He might know where he may have hidden, lurked, or had a place.
Yeah, I was planning to do that if I had more time before we had to meet up, but I ended up getting distracted.
Well, that might be a goal for after.
Well, what do we plan to do now? What are you all planning to do?
Sorry, I'm reading.
No, yeah, I mean, it's fine, that's why I was waiting.
Still.
Well, I interrupted
Well,
him and
I
then we
keep
had a
getting
conversation.
distracted and
Yeah.
then going backwards, so I backtrack a little bit to be like, okay, to get the context again. Interesting. However, you said this was 200 years out of, well, from the past, so it could be very well out of date. Stormwards may have since been restored. Anyway, Sulan did suggest going back to check the warehouse again, since it was all locked up. We didn't see evidence of somebody who'd recently gone inside and perhaps left up front. I believe Lady Mara's right that we can't just go to the manor dressed in the way we are and ask questions to them. They'll just cuss us out as if we're
Filthy beggar peasants.
peasants.
Well, I think it'd be better if you talk to them. I don't think I could react it. She wouldn't feel right.
So we're not going to be cheap in order just to get a nice...
The captain of the guard could maybe supply us with something or point us in a direction where we could get something cheaper.
Possibly.
Never mind.
Unless, Lady Mara, you have any ideas of where to get nice clothing? You were the one who brought up the issue. Why are you smoking?
I thought nothing.
I'm not just thinking of stealing them or something, are you?
No.
We could buy some if you really if we believe it would help.
I would love to buy some nice clothes, but
Well, we're all
just
here.
to ask a few questions.
We're all here and we could get some. If that's what you believe would help us, then
I don't even know if we could afford it, even if we took out the 10 gold marks from the temple.
Stu tells us it's going to cost like 100 gold or something.
Look, you could dress really nice for what you would all consider to look really nice, and you'd still look like peasants.
yeah.
If you want to dress like a nobleman to fool someone, you will have to dress like a nobleman, which means bespoke tailor, which means hundreds of gold. You
I
can't
mean, granted,
afford...
we'd only need one of us, possibly me,
Yeah,
to do it.
no, I'm
but
aware of
still.
that. You can't afford it.
Exactly.
I've just...
I don't think
Wow.
we can talk to the nobleman.
The town guards can, but I don't think this, fighting Bonus Guild symbol, is going to be enough. We'd probably get ousted before we even, before we barely got onto the ground. So.
Well, you could go back and ask the chief again and see if he'll help. Since it is for him.
It is possible, but what could we get? It's not like we have a warrant we could get off of, and there's no reason to search the premises or anything.
Just maybe a right of thief catcher.
Right of thief capture.
I don't know. When you're employed to
I mean,
buy the-
deputised by the...
yes, that's yeah.
Could be possible.
And you being of Tor, I think you'd have more chance of being believable.
Yes, though I don't have the armour or
No, but if
anything
you
I
have,
normally have.
you've got your pendant and you have your
Pendant. It's this holy symbol. Not a mere trinket.
don't mean to offend. We don't adorn ourselves with
Much. I mean,
because it makes too much noise.
fair point.
And a cauldron is still a cauldron, no matter what you call it. So, hands around your neck. It's a pendant.
Only a pendant.
To us, unfortunately, it seems a pendant. But
It's a link directly to my god.
so's my feet.
They're not
What?
just feet.
Small smile on my face on that one.
You don't have to understand, but I'd at least ask that you respect.
I mean no offence.
You at least ask you respect a slur of the language.
Slur of the language. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, she didn't know before, but now she knows, so don't make a big deal
Sure.
about it.
Holy icon.
Symbol.
Symbol.
So are we going to do anything, or
So that's my suggestion.
I suppose this is worth a try. Unless you've got any other ideas, Adrian, based on your findings. Would you want to go and see your wizard friend
I can go do that alone though if
in
you
the
want.
sewers?
Well, there weren't any problems last time until we got too far in.
The rats and who knows what else down there. I have a feeling I don't think Lady Mara would want to accompany you anyway.
I've just recovered from a bout of sickness. I don't want to risk it again.
You
So
probably
soon.
got the sickness from down there.
Probably. Oh,
Do you want to come with me, Sterling, or will you be busy with Saphira?
If you wish accompany, I can accompany you.
Well, okay, so if we split into two groups, Sterling and I will go down to the sewers, and you two will go to the guards.
Sure.
right? Who wants to arrive first?
They probably will.
We probably will.
Fine, you arrive first.
Go get them again.
You're met like this.
Hello, good fellow.
2 minutes.
Shouldn't even take that long. All we were wondering is, can you give us some kind of authorization that would allow us to talk to a noble family without being immediately ushered off the premises?
Your problem, not mine. I can't deputize you, and I can't give you a writ it could be abused.
Why would a paladin or Tor abuse such a thing? All I seek is justice.
Strictly speaking, I only have your word on that, and, well, not that I doubt you, but we do have rules in place for this reason. Sorry, but this is your problem. You solve it.
the matters of the town.
I've already stretched things far enough letting you see that thing.
You realise we'll have to go back, right?
Yes, don't remind me. Well, I mean, do remind me, but, not right now.
Well, I shall leave you be.
Thank you.
Good day.
Good luck.
Yes, well. Well, that went nowhere. You have any ideas? I mean, we could just try going on there and hope that they don't oust us.
The nobles. I'll be crumps. Like, literally as soon as we see them.
I'm sure there are plenty of noble people who are perfectly willing to... Yes, you're right. Again, we also can't eliminate the fact that they could be involved. I mean, Sulan was reticent to just, go knocking on the warehouse door just in case they were involved. The same could apply here. So there's some way to get on there without them knowing, but no, we can't do that. That wouldn't be right.
Meanwhile, in the sewers. So you arrive at the door. In the sewers.
Hello, I'm Jim Morrison. No.
I'll knock on the door.
Come in.
I'll enter.
I'll enter. Take off the boots.
I was going to say, you guys
Take
can at
off
least
boots,
remove
yeah.
your sugar sewer
you
boots?
go in.
Yeah.
Then there's a place for them, so.
Oh, hello again. So soon. I had some things I thought you might be able to help me with. I'm trying.
Thank you.
We're currently trying to help the city guard find a murderer who leaves bloodless bodies and cuts out or rips out rather organs by the full moon.
Rips out organs. Sounds nasty.
Because they especially when they go to the effort of cutting so delicately into the body,
Oh.
then they smash open the rib cage and remove what organ they wish.
That sounds counterproductive.
That's what I thought too.
Sounds like necromancy.
That's what we were thinking. We thought we might. I found something in the Athenaeum about a ritual performed by moonlight that has to be. The death has to be performed before the moon reaches the 8th house or something.
A little burnt page written by a gnome.
That one.
I've read it.
The whole thing, or just the page?
Just the page. Most of his journal was burnt after he attempted the dragon summoning ritual, which ended disastrously for a section of town. Why would you do that?
That's horrible. Well, would you know anything about the 8th house, or is it something that's completely new to you? 8th.
The 8th house. You're not trying this ritual, are you?
No, we believe that we spoke to a noble in the dungeons named Count Hector. He believes the next murder will take place in the Hyde Park area. We're trying to find out where it was.
Count Hector.
Yes.
You spoke to Count Hector.
Yes.
Some of us did.
Sulan didn't say anything, but Saphira spoke mostly.
So the rumors are true.
What rumours are they?
That he's still in prison. Interesting.
What can you tell us of him? You know,
He's old, of course.
he also believes he's innocent of that crime.
Of course he does. What do you believe?
Well,
I believe he's innocent of that one at least.
Well, I don't know much about moon rituals. I certainly don't know why you would want to rip organs out of a body you cut open. It just seems like nonsense to me. But necromancy has always seemed like nonsense to me.
He believes there are two perpetrators, one who cuts it open and the other who viciously rips it out.
or that it's one person with two minds. Of two minds.
Well, it's not going to be a werewolf. They don't do the moon ritual thing. They know better than that.
They throw us out after we even brought it up.
Oh, you've spoken with their Khan.
Yes, about the missing chickens in the forehead.
That's the look.
What lofty heights we have climbed.
That necromancer who stole your amulet, the one we fought in the tump, would you know where he would usually reside? We may be able to find some information.
Oh, yes, yes. He used to spend a lot of time, from what I was able to detect, in the tump.
Could you give us a sort of a specific area in the tump?
Sadly, because of the constant dark magic being used in the area, my clairvoyance couldn't penetrate very far.
What about when he was out of the tump? Because obviously he had to give these the what do we call the bandits? What are they called?
I don't know.
Yeah. The bandits who'd obviously had to have met the bandits outside the town.
I know they travelled through the sewers at some point.
But he wouldn't have come anywhere near your place.
Not without me knowing. Red, I don't know.
Thank you for your help.
Sorry for wasting your time.
Indeed.
You always come shading that.
Yes.
And
Returns to his writing desk.
he's got to leave.
Phil, I'm assuming you're all meeting up again.
Yeah.
Right, there you are. Anything else anyone wanted to do? At all? Anyone?
Looks like we're going back to the town path.
Yeah. Yes. And Necrom hung out in the top.
Of course he does. He's a necromancer.
Yes.
It could have been the same term we found him in. We sort of left rather quickly after defeating him the last time.
You got the face, where do you work?
I don't think he lives in that tomb. It didn't look like it was decked up for accommodations. He's probably just taking things from, probably uses all parts of the camp for his experiments or whatever you want to call them.
It's just that seems to be the only place we know he's been for sure.
And also, if you want to know about cremates and rituals, that would be the best place.
And perhaps you could even do some. You could use some of your tracking skills and maybe find out where he'd come from.
But do we have anything of his?
Pass this down to Stephen, please.
Dick?
That of being, of course, the map of the city you're in that you have. I'd suggest looking at the... thank you.
So I just turned it there, it was right there, so...
Anyone has anything they want to do?
We enter the top from the bottom, don't we?
Generally speaking.
So,
King's Down area. The name.
Round about there, yeah.
Actually, Charleston. You can't pronounce it. Seriously. Down there?
Oh,
It's
hang
serious.
on. No.
Yeah. What? Go on.
Chronon Houghton Thologos. Chronon Houghton Thologos Street. But all one word rather than three.
Yeah. Anyway.
so we go to Chrono Trigger Street and
Thank you. Well, we could
Oh,
go.
I see the one you mean. Yeah. Cronon Houghton Thologus Street.
Yeah. We could see if there's
Named
another
after
way.
the Nap Hill Cronon Houghton Hologus.
Yes. We could see if there's another way into the tunnel.
There are.
Yeah.
They're even marked on the map.
in ways that are less undead ridden.
That's what I believe the gates would be probably warded. What do you do? Ward from entering, so you should check the outlying areas to see if there's another access, you know.
Between Brookless Lane and Spa Lane, there's a way in. It comes off the main street.
If we're going to be heading there, I probably might as well grab the hand again.
And there's another one off Pallant Street, just west of Least Gate.
If you go to each. Ooh. That would be a good idea if we went to each gate and took note of where the hand's pointing from each gate.
We can triangulate it.
That's a nice magical way of putting it. Smart.
Oh,
So it's langurated.
trophy.
That's not such a silly idea. I'll go upstairs and get the hand. I have a backpack now I can store it in.
Is there any
Maybe I
other
should
gear
bring
you
the
got?
sack of bones as well, or...
No, we leave what we don't
We'll
need.
leave it here.
Is there anything you need to get from upstairs? Backpack with gear in it?
It'll just be the backpack. Just the backpack. I haven't really put anything into it yet, but we might find something we don't need to carry.
You're going to get yours too, are you? Alright, I'll take it downstairs.
I'll go up, get the hand, come back down.
The hand.
The white hand of
Frederick.
Frederick.
It fidgets in your grasp.
Settle down. Put it in my backpack for now. If it fits in one of the side pockets or whatever, flaps, I'll put it in there.
Flaps.
And then I'll return. Actually, no, Saphira, he'll freshen up at the wash basin again and then it'll come back down.
Okay.
So it takes slightly longer than you probably have thought.
There seems to be a commotion happening outside.
Well, I'm guessing we're inside still at the moment,
Yes.
so I'll look outside and see.
Down the main road, there's a crowd of ululating, joyous peasantry.
Oh, so it's a positive commotion, not a negative one.
Yes.
Huh. I wonder what that's all about.
Well, they're gathered around a figure on a horseback, bundled in a winter travel cloak, many packs hanging off the saddlery, resplendent in chainmail, wearing a
Do I recognise him?
white tabard with the holy symbol of Tor upon it.
Do I recognise him?
It looks a lot like Belloc.
Nothing to see here, let's go back inside.
What do you know who it is? This is Pharaoh?
Yes, it's an ass, let's go inside.
But everyone seems to be...
And he's riding a horse.
I don't see any donkeys.
I can see one right now.
It's got nothing to do with finding what we need to find out.
If you know him, you should talk to him, shouldn't you?
Do you talk to the Burman people who wanted to burn you at the stake?
The crowd are really
Because you know
enthusiastic.
them.
He seems to be waving.
What? So this guy tried to burn you at the stake or kill you?
Oh, he's a con man. Look, they're all taken in by him.
Yeah, but is he off tour?
He seems to be passing out coppers to the...
He
Crowd.
claims to be of Tor.
Wouldn't Tor
So
slow
he's
him
not-
down for inappropriately using his symbol if he wasn't of Tor?
Tor isn't always so direct. And sometimes he can be mysterious in the lessons that he
A minstrel has joined the back of the crowd and is singing the praises of Balor.
But, I mean, I'd go and see my plainsmen that are around. I mean, I saw one today.
Actually, we did see one today.
So why can't we meet your plane?
Dude,
If you want,
you're batting at the wrong team.
I don't know that.
Really obvious.
Well, come on then, Saphira, let's go say hello.
Go and say hello. I'll be here.
I'm interested to know what Mara's reaction to all this is.
So you said he's handing out coins.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So Mara's already there with her hands out. In other words.
Well, not
Yeah.
not so directly, but yes.
You may add two copper to your personal inventory.
Saphira, there's no point if you don't come with us and introduce
Amongst
us.
the crowd, you hear people, because you're there, you'll hear people mentioning the Belloc, Paladin of Tor, who retrieved the official city map, stolen from the Great Library.
Oh, he hasn't done anything.
Saved
good
the
lately.
king from an assassin's crossbow bolt, and has recently just come back from ranging in the western forests, in the middle of winter no less, trying to put paid to rumours of frost giants this far south. And indeed, on the war-cark of his horse you can see a large sack, red with blood at the bottom and rimed with frost, as indeed he is pretty much covered in frost and snow and things like that.
I suppose at least 5 levels higher than us.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, really?
Come on, Saphira, you've got to introduce us.
No. He's Belloc. That's all you need to know. Go
Belloc.
on, say hello to him. Go on, get taken
As
in.
a familiar reader of a person, you will see that while he is smiling to the crowd, there is a coldness in his eye, like he doesn't really connect with them.
Not just because he's been fighting frost giants. But
It might be that he did with that. You don't know the cause, but you do
Coldness.
see that it's there.
I'm sure I'd be pleased that you're here.
Go. He'll be very pleased to see me in my current condition.
Does he see him as coming?
Well, I'm staying in the doorway and not going any further, so...
I assume the party would that eventually keep moving though, so...
He does stop briefly on his horse and bring out a silver-chased flute.
Is that my flute?
Yes, it is.
How did he get my flute?
You won't know unless you ask him.
That's my flute, I say, and then I start stomping towards him.
Saphira, wait! I will chase after him.
I'll
He was about to play. Oh wow! He was about to play something when he notices you coming.
Oh,
He gestures for the crowd to part, and they do.
well, obviously,
He
we're
says-
following
yeah.
Saphira.
He looks down. He looks down at you, and he says, "So, this is your flute, is it?"
You know it is.
And once again, we see that there is nothing you possess that I cannot take from you.
See, you admit you stole it from me.
Hardly so. I defeated a small group of grey-robed bandits who attempted to put me to sleep, and I took this as a trophy from them. By all means, have it back as a gift from me.
Oh, did you find it?
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Did you find an amulet with them as well?
As a matter of fact, I did. Unfortunately, I have had hard times getting back and had to sell it to a passing merchant in order to be able to eat. Was that yours? I'm deeply sorry, but I have come into fortune. Please, allow me to compensate you for its value.
Okay.
I would give you a silver flute I found, but unfortunately it seems it belonged to another. Do you know the value of your amulet?
No, I don't. It was a...
Being familiar,
gift
you will
from a-
notice that he seems to be casting some kind of clerical detection spell at some point.
gift from my master. I wouldn't know what it was worth. That's all.
Ah, if you should ever find out what it is worth, then I'm sure Saphira will be happy to pay you with value, and I will reimburse him when we inevitably meet, if he ever makes it to the anvil.
She'll make it.
It has been an absolute pleasure to meet All of you. He extends his hand warmly.
I'll shake his hand.
My lady.
I will start laughing because I know that if there's one thing he isn't, it's handsome or suave.
Those are incredible.
I will face palm.
But you must excuse me, I have an appointment at the palace.
I'm sorry you didn't quite announce it so the whole town could hear you, Ballock.
There does seem to be a scarcity of town criers.
The king stopped playing them.
A peasant thing comes up, heavily burdened with axe. Find me a crier and several minstrels. There is news to discuss and impart. It is difficult to find good help these days. I'm sure the three of you would agree.
Pompous fraud. This is after he's sort of
okay.
gone down a little
Damn, I don't get to turn it back on you.
But he gave you the flute back. It's very honourable.
Oh, it's a personal gift.
As a person, he gave it back to you.
You don't see what he just did.
He gave you back your flute.
Yes, in front of everybody. He was
was
putting me
honourable.
down. He was demeaning me and making himself look great.
Yes,
That's why
I'm
he's a
enjoying
fraud.
this.
You look like a
He doesn't care about any of these people. He doesn't care. He just wants the fame and the glory. That's all he wants.
So if you're concerned, you should have asked him to enter the tavern and asked him for it there. And if you didn't want everyone to see him,
Oh,
It's not.
he'd already done the ritual in front of everybody.
which
You know what I mean. He'd already announced it in front of everybody as I approached him,
Well, if you had,
declaring what it was.
if
Get
you
out of the way.
had stormed up
I'll
to
go around
us
this way.
screaming instead of you
And
just
it's
talked to it
intelligent.
quietly, it might not have gone that way. It's partially your own fault.
I do admit anger took hold of me when I saw him with an item of mine in his possession.
Right.
just passing out drugs,
Okay.
Doggy drugs?
stinky drugs.
He seems genuine enough. It seems like he actually did all those things. It's not like he lied about doing
See,
them.
you've been taken in by him too.
Taken in by what?
By his lies and his showmanship and his playing the crowd. He's a charlatan.
I like how he played the crowd to make you look like a peasant.
Yeah, see, Mara gets it. I don't know why she likes it, but she gets it.
Well, I'm sure Mara enjoys the sight of someone absolutely loving their work.
He wasn't robbed on the road.
It's good.
Well, he said he defeated them.
An exaggeration, I'm sure.
You think he was one of them?
Man, that would be a twist, wouldn't it?
It's a possibility.
The idea, though, that a paladin of Tor would be part of a bandit.
He's not a paladin.
Or do you think he
Just as much a paladin as you are.
No, he's not.
or do you think he just came across it from a merchant and knew it was yours?
He probably used his talent with words in order to strike some kind of deal with him to make him look like a hero. He's good at that.
Paid them off.
Exactly.
That's why he needed to sell the amulet. Because he gave them all this money.
Probably not even a frost giant hidden that sec. You know what it probably is? It's probably the real bandit leader. He probably made some deal with some upstart who wanted to take control, lopped off the real leader's head, the new upstart takes control, and Saphira walks away with a frost giant head, the big damn hero.
I like this thing.
Wouldn't Tor have not struck him down for a line?
Well, maybe Tor has a more subtle form of justice to deal to him. I don't know. I'm not going to question Tor's methods.
I think it's a bit stretching to say that someone who's done so many things is entirely false.
The problem is that the good things he does actually do, he does for his own personal glory, to aggrandize himself and make himself look big and important.
What's wrong with that?
It's all about the fame.
That's intelligent.
Is she calling a dog that's trapped outside and can't get to her at all?
Or is she smart enough to know how to do?
Nope. Just looking back and forth and they're like this.
Dumbass.
Wondering where the voice is coming from.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Anyway,
A true paladin and servant of Tor does something because it's just and right, not just to become famous and have everybody love them. That was just the whole point. That's abusing Tor's power.
Yes, but would Tor not strike him down if he abused his power?
Again, he may have other plans. I'm not going to question Tor's methods.
Religious loophole.
He doesn't necessarily always smite somebody straight away. Perhaps he'll do something that's... he will work in a just way. He will get comeuppance down the road for his actions. Something ironic and fair will counter what he's doing now.
It really seems like you're just justifying that he's done more feats than you have.
He hasn't done them for the right reason.
But he's done them in Tor's name, though. So
He's done them in his name. That's what he's done them in.
I understand.
He's only using Tor in order to make himself seem more genuine and have people believe in him. That's all it is. It's all an act. He's trying to pull the wool over people's eyes, claim he's a paladin of Tor.
But he is a paladin of Tor.
He's not a paladin of Tor. He's a fraud.
We're in the middle of the street,
Has
doing
his-
it, obviously, still.
Has his God spoken to him?
How much of a crowd have we gathered?
a small amount.
Well, you wouldn't know. You didn't have that long a conversation with him.
Oh, I've known him for years.
Why aren't you as good as him?
Oh my god.
Because I understand. He's abusing the system. He's only got ahead because of that. That and he didn't get robbed.
Fair enough.
Mark my words.
You could vomit up brimstone and it wouldn't be that sick of a burn.
Mark my words. He will get some kind of ironic comeuppance. People will realise what fraud he is. That's how Tor will enact his vengeance on this fellow acting like a servant of his.
Fame and wealth is definitely the worst punishment there is.
The biggest fall comes before the highest peak, or after the highest peak. I forget how it goes. But
So you're in the down part now.
yes,
So what did you do wrong?
I fell asleep.
I haven't done anything particularly wrong as far as I know while I've been in Tor's service.
So you'd explain your one as starting at the bottom and climbing.
Because I'm not going to abuse the name of Tor in order to just milk fame and wealth off people. That's not what it's for.
Then why would you follow a god that rewards those who act unjustly, in your opinion, and does not reward those who act in what you perceive to be a just manner?
He's not rewarding Belloc. Belloc is...
Clearly, he is. He's
abusing
rewarding
Tor.
him with power because of the services he's delivered into Tor's name.
No, that'll be another god.
So he's
That'll be a god of greed.
so
A
he's
trickster god.
so he's not actually
Oh my god!
So he's not a paladin of Tor.
Oh yeah.
wait for Tor to strike him.
So you're saying he's not a paladin of Tor at all. He's a different paladin entirely.
Paladin of
There are
Evil.
only paladins of Tor.
Well, then,
What proof is there that he's in a paladin just because he says he is?
No, because you said he was.
No, I didn't.
yes, you did.
No, I said that that's what he's been masking himself as. I've said he's a fraud from the start.
He's got the.
He's a
amulet.
cleric at the best. Yeah, clerics have these as well. All servants of Tor do. Templars, clerics.
So would not your church tell him to stop masquerading as one if he was
You
not
think they know?
well?
When was the last temple of Tor you saw?
I've never seen a temple before.
They probably also exactly, and they're probably also not even getting the full reports. They don't see what he's acting like. They just look at the things he's doing.
If
But
anything, he's actually doing a good thing for your church because he's bringing awareness for your god, therefore more followers, therefore a stronger god, surely.
you do raise somewhat of a point.
Isn't that just in itself?
Not when the reasons for him doing it are not just, and not to
In Tor's eyes,
glorify
perhaps.
Tor. And that's maybe the only reason he's got away with it so far. Again, I'm not going to question Tor's ways of dealing with Bella.
So you're willing to follow a god who rewards a selfish, greedy person just because he brings a few more
Again,
credits?
he's not rewarding him. That's just people doing that.
Unless, and I mean no blasphemy by this, but what if your god has somehow become corrupt?
He can't be corrupt. It's the god of justice.
Yes, but
It's all about fairness and equality and
that could happen.
no, impossible.
Okay.
So are you guys doing anything like this, or are you just going to
Should we?
moon
It
over?
came with a case! I just yell in the direction I last saw.
It took me a second to realise what you were talking about. You're not getting that back.
Or storm inside.
By the way, the reed and the flute's broken.
So no matter what he was never going to play it.
Yeah, but you actually just prevented him looking like a tit.
Yeah, so yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
That was
I
the
love
Champions
your
of
timing on that so
Jor-Karroc,
much.
an archival recording of an AD&D 2.5 edition pen and paper role-playing game night.
No!
The opening credits music was Lords of the Sky from the Battleforge OST. Closing music was MX Explore 6 from the Morrowind soundtrack. These musics are used in a non-profit archive tabletop session played. No ownership is expressed or implied. Video footage from the intro is credited in its video format. The preceding game night may have contained music and sound from Imogen Heap, George Michael, Evanescence, Age of Wonders 2, Aeon, Baldur's Gate, Baldur's Gate 2, Battle Realms, Battle Forge, Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Conan the Barbarian, Consortium, Daggerfall, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Darksiders, Darksiders 2, Demon's Souls, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Divinity 2, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, D&D Official RP Soundtrack, EverQuest 2, Fable The Lost Chapters, God of War 2, God of War 3, Guild Wars Eye of the North, Guild Wars Factions, Guild Wars Nightfall, Guild Wars Additional Music, Heroes of Might and Magic 5, Hitman Blood Money, Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning, Krull, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, Lords of the Fallen, Lord of the Rings War in the North, Morrowind, Vampire the Masquerade, Oblivion, Pillars of Eternity, Risen, Sacred 2, The Settlers 2, The Settlers 5, The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3, The X-Files, Trine 2, Unreal Tournament 2004, Wolfenstein The New Order, Fallout New Vegas, Golden Axe, Age of Conan, RoboCop, Blind Guardian, Deus Ex, Halo, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, The Hobbit Trilogy, The Star Wars Special Edition Trilogy, The Star Wars prequel trilogy, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, Serenity, the Star Trek movie soundtracks, Star Wars, The Old Republic, Manos, The Hands of Fate, Babylon 5, Gran Turismo 5, Deathstalker, Phantom of the Opera, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, Desadia Duodecim, miscellaneous other classical music, sound effects, or fantasy tracks taken from YouTube, too numerous to list. Music is used as a non-profit manner to enhance gameplay and is included in the archive as audible on the night. If you would like to be credited for your music and it is not listed here, please send a message to the channel and a proper credit will be applied in the description and future audio credits. The preceding archival recording contains strong language, sexual references, adult themes, and should not have been listened to if you are under the age of 18, have a history of mental disorders, lack coping skills, a chronic inability to press stop or back buttons, find said material offensive, are easily upset, disgusted, offended by puns, are pregnant, or have no sense of humor.